Hi, this is a video to show teachers what I have been doing since the beginning of the school year to flip my classroom. And I'm going to answer 3 questions. What is a flipped classroom? How do I flip my classroom? And what are the results? So number 1, a flipped classroom is changing the traditional classroom setting in which a teacher's role is being up in front, on the stage, lecturing, with students being passive learners, and switching it so the teacher is the guide on the side in a more Harry Wong educational format where he guides his groups of students as they learn from each other and as they complete their traditional homework in class. So the lecture is outside of class, homework is inside of class. How do I do this in my classroom? Here is an example of one of my lesson plans. They are all on Prezi.com, so parents, students, and community members can see them and give me feedback, or if the student is absent, they can see what they missed. I start out by doing a character development lesson, and we have a 3-minute video clip and then a discussion about doing what you love for a living in this case.
First one, man, you gotta have an appetite for what you want to do.
It helps focus their attention, and I love incorporating character development into my lessons. For example, we had a gossip journal project that spanned 2 weeks. So we could build a safe learning environment for students to take risks by asking questions and participating in discussions without feeling like someone is going to gossip or talk about them behind their back. Have some announcements, and then we'll see that it's time for group learning / guided discussion, study guide number 4. Let me show you an example of what happens in my class every Tuesday. So over the weekend and Monday, they have a flipped classroom video to watch, and it prepares them for the entire week. So I use Zaption.com. This is an example of one of my videos.
Quiz 5, flipped classroom review for students to watch at home. And we're going to learn about notes in the bass clef, particularly how to identify notes that are written with ledger lines in the bass clef and what ledger lines are. Going to complete an activity with naming notes and fill out this crossword puzzle, and then review rhythms and also compose our own rhythms. So let's begin with a review that these 5 horizontal lines are called a music staff. And we write notes in spaces or on.
I like to add animations, anything I can to my videos, and keep them under 5 to 10 minutes so my students look forward to watching them. And on Zaption.com, I set it up so they can't skip. They can rewind if they want to review something, but once this point occurs and they get to the end, there's a question that will pop up here for the student to receive credit for this assignment, which is weighted very heavily in my class. So they must answer the question that pops up at the end in order to receive credit on their grade on School Loop for watching this video. After they've watched this video, which is the study guide itself, I go through and give them some answers and do it with them. Not all of it, but enough to get them started. Then they click Turn In, and that brings us to our lesson plan, where now I actually give them the study guide, or they printed it out at home while they've watched the video, and they complete their study guide in groups. Now we sing. We've answered, what is a flipped classroom? Students watch lectures at home at their own pace, communicating with peers and teachers via online discussion. Another tool I use for this part, communicating with peers and teachers via online discussions, is Edmodo.com. I have all my classes here. What I've showed you so far are my 7th and 8th graders. So that video I was showing you about them composing and reading music, they're doing that very well in 7th and 8th grade. Whereas before, my seniors and juniors at high school were having a lot of trouble with that. Now my Vacapinu students are picking that up, and when I have them in high school, it is going to be incredible, the amount of music that we'll be able to learn, and their ability to enjoy music will be enhanced because of the work they put outside of class. My kids love to write on the wall about how they enjoy class because of their friends in class, how they get to learn together. And when they take a quiz or turn in an assignment, it allows me to see which questions most of them missed. So I know I need to reteach that topic or do a better job as an educator to help them. I post all my lesson plans so students can see those. I brag about my college football team, and they do the same. So the third question is, what are the results? I'll show you in a poll that my students took what they thought of having a flipped classroom and using edmodo.com. You see how often they post. So once they've completed all my 10 quick assignments on how to use Edmodo, I asked them to take a poll. 42% of students said they were excited and they wish their other teachers used edmodo.com. 24% they were apathetic. They didn't mind either way, using or not using edmodo.com. And 31% said they were intrigued and looked forward to using it more often before making an opinion. 2% said they were confused and they didn't like edmodo.com. The results are my performing ensembles are now much better, and I just can't wait to have my younger students come up to the high school after having had this system in place for 6 years. They should have no problem doing well in college, where the interface is mostly online, where they interact with their professors and TAs in an online environment and turn in grades or projects and assignments and take quizzes online. A lot of that occurs in college. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please let me know if you have any questions or suggestions for me.